Ba, 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 ba.
Good morning, everybody. Well,
Morning.
here we are at this festive time of the year, and as you can see, I am in my disguise this morning as a festive reindeer. So to get everybody in the mood, I got my festive sparkly top and my reindeer antlers. So I'm Karen, the sparkly reindeer, this morning.
Karen, the sparkly reindeer, had a very shiny nose. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, SPTV. And good morning to everyone watching. It is our festive Christmas special. It's the 18th of December. It is Monday morning. It is just gone 10:30. Of course, we're here to brighten your day, start your day, kickstart your week, and get ready for a wonderful, wonderful Christmas period. Good morning, Karen. How are you?
Good morning, Nick. Have you been on the sherry already?
Always, love, always. That
My
is always coursed through my veins. I know Richard's disappointed that I didn't dress up as a fairy. I might do it for him. Yeah. Um,
I was
I,
looking forward to it as well, but you are surrounded by Christmas holly, so that's
I,
fine.
Mum made these. She's very, very creative. So, but yes, I will. I know I lost the bet. Let's see. I'll do it publicly. I lost a bet with Richard. I owe him me dressing up as a Christmas fairy. I'll be different and do it for the new year. It will come. It will happen. But I'm not walking in with this weather in my tights.
Oh,
Not
what a
again.
shame.
Not 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 at 45 years old, because the cold gets in places you don't really want to know exist. So there.
Oh,
But it is a pleasure to see you, Karen. It's a pleasure to see our SPTV family, and
absolutely.
it's a big one today.
Oh, it is a big one. We've got lots and lots of guests, not just us two. We've got loads of guests today, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. It's really going to be wonderful. And I can't wait to get cracking with the show because I've got some lovely questions for our guests. And the
Absolutely.
SPTV family are going to love the guests that we've got on today, aren't they?
Really are. It is an action-packed, and if I may be as bold to say, star-studded show.
Oh, yes.
Uh,
Yes.
we have got some wonderful, wonderful people lined up to come and see you, say hi, and answer your questions too. We've got Karen lined up with her festive treats, but we've also got yourselves at home watching, who
Yes.
you will have your own questions. Do comment them, but whilst you're doing that, don't forget, share, like, subscribe, comment, get involved. Send us your name and where you come from so we can know how far and wide we are reaching. Because
Absolutely.
it's wonderful festive seasonal Christmas special. You, my friends watching, are the ones who lead the show as ever. And we now definitely have a full house
We
lining.
do. We
We
do.
all, not one, not two, not three, not four. Yeah, four. We've got four guests. We've got four guests joining us here today. Of um, we did get sent apologies from one guest who was lined up to come and join us. He does send his apologies because he was working late last night. Jake unfortunately couldn't join us,
Oh,
but he was going to come and have a conversation with us. But unfortunately, he had too much Christmas sherry with Richard after the show last night. So
ah.
unfortunately, Jake, our AI presenter, couldn't make it today, but I'm sure we will see him in the new year.
Oh, that'd be nice. Yeah,
But
that'd be nice.
but sadly, he had too much sherry and it got into his circuit board, so he said he'd have the day off today.
We have Christmas news as well, don't we? We have Christmas news
Very,
too.
very festive news, and one might say there's an app for that too.
Well, you know, the ever evolving progress of the Eternals SPTV app is is now has been approved by the wonderful Google, and it will be available after Christmas. In fact, it's going to be available on this show, on our first show of the new year as well. So it's exciting for all you wonderful Android phone users.
She's not expressing any upset about that at all, are you, Karen?
I'm
Um,
I'm very upset about it, but there you go.
Absolutely. And for anyone who is new to the show, this is a bit of a long-running debate. Karen, of course, is an iPhone user. I am an Android user, so I can use it. She can't. She's going to have to borrow someone's phone if she wants to. But
I am.
one
Yes.
who's on Android will be able to download and use the app in the new year. New year, new start, new technology. We might start calling it Jake's cousin. Because, you know, technology, but there we go. Not that I'm obsessed with digital men at all, but I do love some of those cards that are, oh, speaking of those Oracle cards.
Yes, that's the second bit of news that you can tell us, Nick.
So it's really, really exciting, but everything's off at printers and getting ready in the next few days. In actual fact, Richard's hoping that today he will hear some news so that he can have a copy to review and approve. And then, my dears, it will be full steam ahead and the Oracle cards will be descending upon your doorsteps, those that have purchased. And if you haven't, then why on earth not? But of course, there are a few packs available for post campaign purchase. But please be reminded that they are a limited edition exclusive deck, which means that when they're gone, they're gone. Or as we used to say when I was part of it in the retail trade, they are a wigging line. When it's gone, anything that was limited edition is called a wigging.
Oh, I see.
It's gone. And of course, whilst we're talking about retail, my condolences to all of the retail trade on how many times you've had to listen to the same song this year. I know you're feeling we're sending healing out. It was fun for the first 2 weeks of November, I'm sure. But there we are.
There we are. There we have it. So we've
And
got some great news for the new year with the cards, with the app. So it's all those little app elves and festive packers are packing them up, and it'll be all happening in the new year, which is wonderful.
I like the idea of festive packers. It will be Richard.
He can be a festive packer.
Here's the question, Richard. Will you be dressed as a fairy sitting in your living room, filling parcels for everyone to be sent out in the new year? He's not going to answer that.
No, he's not going to answer that one.
He's been talking to us.
Oh!
Is sitting there in his tutu. Now, there's a picture I'd pay to see. And on that note...
Shall we bring some guests on?
let's bring some guests on and say, because Richard suggested and we absolutely agreed, we are the ones who always say hello to everyone. This morning we're going to do it a little bit different. The guests are going to say hello to you. And here they are. Look, we have hello. Lots of people say hello. Ashley Oliver.
Hi, everybody. Lovely to see you.
We have Nick. We have Neil Payne.
Hello, everyone.
Say good morning to Tony Swindells.
Hi, everybody.
And of course, we have the lovely Nicola Neal. Say hello, Nicola.
Hello, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, wherever in the world you are.
Welcome, one and all, to what is going to be the most uplifting, raucous, and probably chaotic show we've ever done.
Absolutely, absolutely. And do you know what? I cannot wait. So I hope you're all ready for a festive time, guests, because I'm excited because this is my first Christmas Start Your Day. So I'm very excited. So shall we say hello? All right. Okay.
So Richard has just made it quite plainly clear, especially as the screen is so full. You will only get a reading today if you share. It doesn't cost you anything. It's like 2 clicks of a button. You click share and then you click feed and it's gone and you're shared and you're eligible for a reading. So look, you've got a whole phalanx of mediums here with you today. We have got the lovely Ashley, wonderful Nicola. We've got the delightful Neil and we've got the delectable Tony. You've also got the gorgeous Karen. You know, what more could you want on Monday?
And we've also got the amazing Nick Brown.
So
And-
it's exciting, isn't it?
It
Karen?
is. It is. It is. So shall we say? Would you like to say hellos to everybody, our lovely
Yeah.
guests? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll go round so that we can, so everybody gets to say hello.
Now the question is, if we go round, are we all in the same place?
Oh,
So we'll
Right.
go by the little output on the screen.
okay.
By the
Okay.
little output on the screen, if you can see that, my friends, that way, really
No.
better. But you know, we want to at least look half professional. And not, you know,
It's
I know
it's
I've already been
Christmas.
accused of drinking the Christmas sherry before the show's even started. That's not entirely true. That was Jake last night. But good morning to Sarah Tinkweston, and good morning to the beautiful SPTV family. She says quite right too. Good morning.
Absolutely. Our lovely regular viewer, hello, Kelly Rockette. Shared. Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much. Lovely to have you with us.
John F. Healing Videos. Hi, matey.
Chrissy Wheatley says, good morning, everybody. How are you? I hope you're all well this morning, and happy Christmas, everybody. Good morning, Chrissy. Lovely to have you here.
Is it me?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Good morning, Jean Spears. If I get it wrong. Good morning. Lovely to see you. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Good morning, Julie. Lovely to see you. A lovely house as well.
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful. Good morning, Julie. And next to be, oh, our Australian angel, Nolene Parker. Good morning, darling.
Oh, Christine Davies. Hello, Christine. Met Christine on Friday, so good morning to you. Oh, I don't know. Oh, no, maybe it not be.
Different one.
Ah, there's two. Ah, right. Oh,
Just being informed there are now two days. This is
So-
going to be interesting.
I know. Well, I was at a church last night where there was 3 Lorraines, so that was very, very confusing.
Lisa, hi, and thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing us.
Good morning, Shazawosik. Sorry. Morning, everybody. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Hello to Debbie Saltcon. You've shared it. Thank you so much. Good morning.
Good morning, Jill. How are you this morning?
They're lovely. And of course, Stace Shaw, Shed and VIP, and hoping everyone's well. Good morning, Stace. And yes, VIPs, of course, do get priority.
Hello, Corrie Dutton. Lovely to see you with us today.
Clara, good morning. Good morning. From Dublin. Fabulous.
She's on her travels. She's in Dublin this morning.
I'm going to say, I didn't think she was last time.
No. She lives in Scotland, but she's she's on a bit of a girly visit with some friends, so she's in Dublin today.
Whoa.
Good morning, Barbara R. Siegel. You shared. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for your share. Perfect. Thank you.
Good morning to Shania George. Good morning. Oh, look at that. Sunrise hearts. Morning.
Good morning, Terry. How are you this morning?
Hey, is the one who lets everyone know we're about. Bless you. Good morning. And of course, hello to Tracy Ann Reeves as well. Good morning to everyone. And of course, good morning to every single person who has said hello. We can't get round everyone. That would be insane. And we wouldn't get a chance to hear Karen's wonderful questions for our wonderful, wonderful guests as well. So hello and welcome to everyone. However, if you are new to the show, new to SPTV, do let us know in the comments so we can say a hello throughout the show. Excuse me, getting a little bit up on my voice there. That makes a change. Chrissy Wheatley will be happy about today. not only am I getting tripped over my words, she's also thinking there's too many voices for Nick to be gabbing on too long. I know she'll be having fun at my expense in the comments. I don't need to see him to know it, Chrissy. And Clara says, I'm on the lady shots of Guinness.
Oh, God.
Excellent. Good girl.
Oh, dear. Could
and
get
of course,
messy.
it really, really could. But of course, a big welcome to all of our guests. It's a pleasure to see all of you on the show. I'm really, really excited and really, really overjoyed. It's such a wonderful combination of gorgeous people that's lighting up everyone's screens this morning. And my friends, you are in for a real treat. For instance, just like Chloe May, who's here for the first time with that wonderful white tiger.
Oh, hello,
profile
Chloe May.
picture. Good morning, Chloe May. So to today, we have, I forgot to ask, but I'm sure, Richard, do we have a Kate May today? We were so busy. We have Kate May. We have our 4 guests. We do have a special nodding and hello from someone who's not too far away today, as promised. And of course, Linda Brown, also known to many as Mother. That makes her sound really good, that don't. Asks Tony, are you feeling any better, my dear? Because I know you've been poorly.
I'm not too bad, thank you. Yes, thank you, Linda, for asking.
Good.
It's been lots of bugs and things going around, Tony, so it's lovely to see you on here, and thank you for joining us, even when you're feeling a little bit under the weather. So that's
Thank
nice.
you very much.
So shall we? I won't do my questions just yet, but because I just want to. Ashley, it's your first time on here, so how are you feeling? And I've not spoken to you since you did your show in lockdown. So how are you, and what have you been up to?
My goodness, it's really lovely to be here. I was saying before we started, this feels a little bit like being allowed backstage, because I watch it on my phone, or I'm in the car or listening. So this is really lovely, and to be with you all. Do you know what? It's been absolutely manic since lockdown. I don't know about anyone else, but what I've really noticed is there's such an increase in interest in spirituality in general. But certainly with kind of church services and circles and things, it's just never really been busier, which is wonderful that there's so many people interested.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm doing very well, and it's lovely to see you. And you're on screen. You've got 2 on-screen husbands, actually, haven't you? You've got Nick Brown and you've got Neil Payne.
I know. I just like getting husbands.
To say she's collecting husbands like nobody would say, but then of course I've got to be careful because I've got me on-screen missus and me on-screen husband on the show today as well. You know.
This is like an EastEnders special, you know, and they all walk in the door at the same time.
Absolutely, yes. And of course, we met during the lockdown as well, Ashley, on your wonderful philosophy service, which was something of a unique brand, really, when it started. And I'm glad to say that its popularity really was well deserved, not just for the need for philosophy, but you know, that wonderful radio voice that you have, that wonderful, you know, you've got such a voice that comes across as a consummate professional, and easy on the ear, you know, and at least you know you're safe with me, darling, you know. So but I have to publicly say right now, this is the lady, for anyone at Littleport who didn't see me during the pandemic, this is the lady I stole the candle idea from.
Do you know what? There's no such thing as having a monopoly on good ideas. It's like just spreading it, isn't it? It's spreading it. Yeah, thank you.
I always tell everyone that I stole it from you, you know. Credit where due, that's where I saw it. But it's lovely to see. And of course, jumping across the screen to someone who I've never met before, but of course is a well-known face on SPTV, the lovely Nicola Neal. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Nick. Thank you for having me on here this morning. I'm all bright, perky, and a little chilly around the edges, hence being rugged up, but I'm absolutely fine. It's great to be here.
Absolute pleasure.
It's lovely to have you with us, Nicola. It really
Bless you.
is.
Thank you, Karen.
It is. It is. So what have you been up to? Anything exciting?
Oh my giddy aunt, how long have we got? How long do we air for? Okay, thanks. Love you too. What have I been up to? Well, Fox Pioneer Centre is my company. We started in 2020 as in response to lockdown, and my dear friend Martin Colclough and I, we very quickly identified that people would be sorely missing their online community, their church communities. So we started what is now Marvellous Mondays online divine service, which runs every Monday evening. We did class, what I would call casual classes and courses, so no certificate at the end of it or anything like that. But we started those as well, and now the new thing that's the new venture that's blossoming that we're on board in for 2024 is we, in conjunction with the Psyche Centre, which is Martin's new training centre, we are onboarding qualification courses from them, and these are accredited by Focus Awards, which are an Ofqual recognised awarding body. And I'm reading something because I have to get the wording very precisely here, so to make sure that everybody, that I'm get it correct. And at the end of it, and based on their focus on quality provision scheme, all of our tutors and assessors are trained to a national standard. So I have my level 3 in teaching and assessing, which I achieved in June this year.
Wow.
After a lot of online headaches and tearing out on ball patches, etc. And all of the courses are assessed to this standard. So when the learner achieves their qualification at the end of it, so it's not an accreditation, it's a qualification in all manner and levels of mental mediumship and the trance-altered state, it will be a qualification. They know that they have achieved a quality product that is theirs for life.
Wow.
And we saw a very large, I say gap, but almost like a cavernous gap within I don't like the word industry, but I can't think of another word for it. Within our work, if I can put it like that, within our work
Community.
Or that level of excellence, and that is what we are going to be providing learners. And all of the classes at the moment, and the courses will be online.
Wow.
So I do invite people and anybody that is interested to sign up, to keep in touch with us via our website, which is all the W's foxpioneercentre.org. So that is the major thing that we are working towards at the moment within Fox Pioneer Centre. Thank you. It is very exciting, a little daunting, because this is like a huge thing that we are undertaking, and as far as I'm aware, we're the first.
Well, that's brilliant.
Fox Pioneer Centre are definitely going to be one of the first centres to offer this through the Psyche Centre, and also back, as I say, accredited by Focus Awards. And so, who are an Ofqual registered body. So, and we've all heard of Ofqual, haven't we? They're the people that make sure the standards are as high as Mount Everest. And so there we are. And
well, it sounds exciting, Nicola. It really does. So lots to keep you busy in 2024. So that's
absolutely.
Wonderful.
And wonderful. On that as well, we've also going to be starting evenings of mediumship the first Thursday of every month. And I do apologise for the shameless plugging, but I'm so excited about it all. So excited.
We'll let you off. It's Christmas. Okay.
We are never averse to a little bit of shameless plugging. We're never averse to that. I would just like to point out before we do move on to our final guest and then just loop back a little bit on Tony, see what he's been up to. But what I will say is everyone at home just noticing the output. When I'm looking away from everybody and looking really, really disinterested, it's because I'm actually looking at everybody because I've got my reverse about phase going on. So as I'm looking at everybody talking, it looks like I'm looking away from everyone. And when I'm looking away from everyone, it looks like I'm interested. So I'm not looking away. I'm staring at my guests when I'm
that's all right.
looking away.
That's all right.
Christy, love you. And of course, Karen. It wouldn't be Christmas without your other hubby, would it?
Absolutely not. My little Christmas elf, Neil.
Like the jumper, it's nice, isn't it?
I love you in that jumper, and you've got a gingerbread man jumper as well.
Yeah.
But that's my favourite because he's my little Christmas elf, and I love him.
And you've even bought one for Oscar the dog, haven't you?
Yes, I have. And Oscar will be wearing his when we travel up to Lincolnshire on Wednesday. And I said next year I want to get Oscar and Neil together in their Christmas elf jumpers.
Brilliant. Brilliant. You know, you'll have to give us a wave on your way past up to Lincolnshire.
I will. Yes. Yeah, I will. How are you today, Neil? You've been a busy bee, I know.
I've been very busy, yeah. It's obviously the busiest time of the year, I think, for carol services for the churches. So I've been to Fulham last week. I did 2 back-to-back services yesterday, one in Eastbourne, one in Brighton. As you know, we've had a candlelight service tonight. So yeah, it's busy. But I love this time of the year. It's my favourite time of the year.
Yeah, we've got our candlelight service tonight online.
Sorry, I thought you was going to say candlelight supper.
No service. No, a candlelight supper. No, that's for later.
Of course.
That's for later. No, so we're online tonight in Neil's Spirit Talks room. So we're looking forward to that. And I was at a service last night doing a carol service, and for me, I don't know about all of you, but when you do a Christmas service or any celebration at this time of year, it always makes me emotional.
Definitely.
So how do you feel about it? So we'll start with Ashley, and I know that you are now Reverend Ashley Oliver, and which doesn't surprise me whatsoever. So how do you feel, Ashley, this time of the year when you're doing the services?
Gosh, do you know what today is? I am really feeling it today because yesterday I did a service in Poole in the morning, which was wonderful with Lawrence and Mark Stone, amazing people. And that was very emotional. And that was purely just delivering nativity, Advent philosophy, which is really meaningful to me because I think actually no matter what your faith, and I'm an interfaith minister, no matter what your faith, actually there's some real threads of truth in that nativity story, in that journey. Oh, hello, Nicola's cat. And then yesterday evening, I was at a really beautiful local church in Weymouth, again, doing the philosophy of the Nativity. And I kind of left it up to Spirit and said, what do you want to talk about? And they wanted to talk about Mary. And Nick knows, Reverend Nick knows, I absolutely am a devotee of just that whole message of gentleness and, you know, love, ultimate love. And I was so emotional when I came out, and it took me a good long time to decompress. And so I call like the day after a church service my spiritual hangover day, because I don't know how you feel, but when you just work in that energy and you're a container for everyone else's emotion and everything they're going through at Christmas, because Christmas isn't easy for everybody, you just need a kind of day off to recoup. So I find it a wonderful time of year. I'm obviously a mum as well, and so I'm doing all of the Christingles and nativity plays. I love this time of year. I love it. But it is being that container as a spiritual person for everyone else to go through what they're going through. Yeah. Spiritually.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Christmas every day.
And of course we've got three revs here because we've got Tony too. So Tony, how do you feel about it? How do you feel about the emotions?
I feel it this time of year. This time of year has mixed emotions for me because some not so good stuff happened at this time of year as well. But on the whole, it's that celebration, that joyfulness, that hope that came into the world at this time of year. That's important for me.
Yeah.
And I just love it. But yeah, absolutely, Ashley. When when you're in a service and you've got everything that people are bringing to that service emotionally and spiritually, and trying to unwrap it and unpick it and to deliver messages that, well, your loved ones are still here and they are still with you at this time of year. I get the spiritual hangover day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. It does make, I don't know, I wasn't feeling very Christmassy really up until this weekend because of also the wrapping of the presents, then doing the service, wearing antler ears, all these things. I just love it. I love all the sparkle. I love the seriousness of it, but I also love the fun aspect of it as well. I really do.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that, Nick? Do you
I agree actually, and it's kind of a bit strange because bless Tony, because he was poorly over the weekend, we didn't have 2 revs on Friday, so we're making up for it with 3 revs today.
Absolutely.
Plus my online wife, it's kind of like, and 2 other wonderful, really, really spiritual people as well. So it's kind of like a big boon for me. And I feel that at Christmas myself, it is, as you say, a really, really difficult time, especially within the family. Because of so much loss, and some of it at this time of year as well. So it's kind of like a little bittersweet sometimes, but the hangover day I absolutely love, because when I've done a service, and I know what you mean, when you've had one of those services, you come home and you are still literally, in my case, buzzing my man boobies off, and I'm constantly buzzing until about 2-3 in the morning. So I'm not waking up on time, and I'm spending most of the day okay, I'm going to have a rest today. But normally, if it's on a Sunday night, I'm not allowed to, because the wife would kick me up the bottom and say, come on, Nick, get online. But it is such a mix of emotions. And I think for me, the sparkly is equally important, because it is the sparkly that offsets the difficulty and offsets the loss. And, I'm always reminded at this time of year about that very important statement that as much as it can be difficult, what we've got to remember is that it's only difficult because of the amazing journey we've shared with amazing people, and that our lives are so much better for having them as part of our life. Otherwise we wouldn't be missing them the way we do.
Absolutely, yeah. And I know somebody that doesn't suffer with hangovers, and he just keeps going. He's like the little Duracell elf, and that's our Neil, because you just keep going, don't you? You just, especially this time of year, and I don't know how he does it. He must have some, I don't know, just some. He's got this amazing energy.
They're called everlasting batteries.
Yes, and you just keep going and going and going. You are like this like little, you just keep going, because you I know you were out last night. You're on this morning. You've been working. But do you ever get tired, Neil?
I do have my rest, my afternoon naps. Yes. So, but it was really good last night, because I met. Does everyone remember watching Lorraine Bowen on Britain's Got Talent?
Yeah.
That sound about the crumble. I went to see her last night. She was amazing. I've got pictures all over my Facebook with her. So I've met a star.
Absolutely. And of course, we've got to point out, Neil, that we know you're a bit of a Christmas elf, because the last time you were on a Monday with me and Karen, you'd already got your Christmas tree up. So It's not like you've put it up specifically for the show today. It was up last time, wasn't it?
At the beginning of November.
It was at the beginning of November. I was going to say it wasn't even December. It's not a recent thing.
No, it starts early. Christmas starts early in Neil's house. the Christmas tree was up in November, so it's like part of the furniture now. Every time I see him online, he's got his Christmas tree. So I'm gonna ask a quick
before we do, we've got one more person need to answer the question.
Oh,
Nicola, what about you?
I absolutely adore Christmas, and I, like Neil, like to put my tree up. As far as I'm concerned, as soon as it's a Burr month, the gloves are off.
Nicola, join my club with me.
Absolutely, and so I think it might have been a little bit delayed this year through varying things that have been going on, both business and personally, and illnesses and passings and goodness only knows what else. So I sent my absolutely delightful and amazingly supportive wind beneath my wings husband up into the loft. I think it was probably October actually, to forage and get the trees down and the garlands and everything else. And I agree with Ashley this time, and actually everybody, to be fair, this time of year is just so magical. And I believe that the spirit of Christmas is something that you find or is contained within our hearts and our souls, as well as giving the gifts, physical gifts to each other too. And last night I finished reading a book, and something, well, one of many books. If you saw my side of the bed, it's like stacks of books that I just reach up and get. And I finished reading one last night by a lovely author called Sophie Kinsella, and one of the characters in the book wasn't consumerist at all, whereas the main character was a complete shopaholic. And so with the Christmas, they gifted each other a word.
wow.
And I thought that was such a beautiful thing to do, to give. And I've said, and my husband and I, we're actually going to do it for each other this year as well, is we've really cut down on gifts that we're going to go out and purchase for each other. I believe that he's baking a cake, which is what I've said, don't buy me something, make something, do it from your heart. And so he's going to bake a cake, and I'm going to make him something. I have no idea what right now, because it's our wedding anniversary on the 22nd of this month as well. But we're going to gift each other a word as well. So on Christmas Day, I'm going to really, I've already sent a thought up to God and to do that. But I just felt that it's something that costs nothing, except a part of your heart and maybe a thought up to God and to within your soul and your consciousness as well, to give that. And it's something that a person hopefully will be able to take with us, and it will restore us during the times that maybe the tree's down and the lights are packed away. It's something that will give us succor within those darker times, to remember that word. And to me, that is what Christmas is about. It's something that you give that will sustain throughout the next 320 odd days.
That's wonderful.
Absolutely, I like that.
I love that. I love that, and I like the Sophie Kinsella books as well, Nicola. So
yeah, I saw a lot of nodding going on when that name got mentioned. Absolutely, and of course, Gloria Douglas has said peace would be my word. Absolutely agree with you.
Yeah.
And you mentioned, of course, different. You mentioned different celebrations in December. Of course, there are many. There will be wedding anniversaries. There'll also be birthdays. For instance, Dawny Taylor. Happy birthday! Who's having a day off for her birthday? And I'd better, before I'm in trouble, say a very belated for yesterday happy birthday to Sherry Ann Bodman Barnes, who is all the way over in France, but is born in South Coast. Who had a lovely birthday yesterday, I'm sure, and I'll be seeing on. But
lovely.
It is. You're absolutely right. It's not. Christmas isn't, or December isn't just about Christmas. There are other celebrations that get mixed in as well. Mum and Dad's wedding anniversary is actually Boxing Day.
Oh wow!
why they would choose a day like that for a wedding, Lord only knows. But it was nice and frosty and crisp. But there you go. So you've got a whole list, haven't you, Karen, of questions?
Well, I wouldn't say it was a whole list, but I want some fun ones because, you know, we want some fun Christmas questions. So I'm going to just take you a little bit out of your comfort zone a little bit. Oh, Harry! Oh, happy birthday, Terry, for Thursday. So have a wonderful day.
I might have to give her a shout out on my service because we like to sing happy birthday on Thursday night.
Oh, that'd be good then. That'd be good. All these, you know, I do feel for people who have birthdays in just quite close to Christmas. My sister, yes I know, Tony, I know. Yeah. My sister's birthday's at the end is on the 29th, so as well. So that's always been a bit tough for her because sometimes you get, well, that's your birthday present and Christmas together, and it's not fair, is it, Tony? It's not fair.
So go on, Tony, tell everyone when your birthday is.
Christmas Eve.
Oh no! Oh, bless you. Oh.
If I'd hung on another couple of hours, it would have been Christmas Day.
You would have been like the baby Jesus, Tony. We'd be bringing you gifts.
He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy.
We'll have to say happy wedding anniversary to your mum because you'll still mark the day. You know, it's still a special day. So that's lovely.
And this is one thing I'm really, really glad about. And this is really, really, I just want to drop this in. What I love about this way of life and what I love about the people that make up this way of life is that we don't talk about would have.
Yeah.
We talk about is. We talk about anniversaries and birthdays for those that have gone before us as being still very in the present. And I think that's really, really important.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And, you know, sometimes we'll say, well, of course it would have been, but very often we'll correct ourselves. Well, of course it still is. You know, and that's great too. But I think it's really, really important to remind ourselves that these anniversaries, these days, these moments are still very present and not something of the past. Otherwise, they wouldn't hurt as much. Once again,
I know. You know, this time of year is very sort of poignant for those. We remember them, and I always raise a glass to the people, you know, to absent friends at Christmas, to make it special. But my question now, and I'm going to start because sorry, Nicola, I didn't mean to leave you out, but I'm going to start with you.
I forgive you, Karen.
I'm going to start with you.
Seems like she means it too.
I'm sorry. So I'm going to start with you. Now, this time of year, there's lots of stuff going on. And one of the famous things that happens at Christmas and the New Year is pantomimes.
Ooh.
Yes,
Oh, no, there isn't.
Oh, yes, there is. So which character in the pantomime do you think that you would play? Would you play the heroine? Would you play the feisty character that comes out and sort of looks after everybody? Would you play would you be the pantomime fairy or the dame, or would you be the pantomime villain?
Oh, well, I've actually played the pantomime villain for real.
Oh.
I was in a production of Aladdin in 2017 in our local, well, not so local now because we've since moved about 200 miles away. And I played the emperor, but I changed it to the empress in Aladdin. So I told the producer I want to play as a woman, not a woman dressed up as a man. And so I played the empress in Aladdin and Ebenezer. And I love the heroine. I love the mischievous characters like Wishy Washy and all the rest of it. But I do feel that the when you get a character like the Emperor, you can really get your teeth into it because there's a lot of depth there.
Yeah.
And there's a lot behind them. There's a lot of layers, which I quite like to delve into because I love knowing about people. And I just a little diversion, I have this fascination about what makes people tick, especially what makes them do the things they do.
Yeah.
And so when I auditioned and got this character, I was so excited to play her. And so, yes, I played the Empress, and I would play her again in a heartbeat. So there
wow.
you go.
Wow. That's amazing.
Thank you.
What about you, Neil? Who would you be?
I think it'll have to be Fairy Godmother. So something like Cinderella for me, I think, being the Fairy Godmother for her, because I think that's just me.
Yeah. I can just see you with your wand. Whoosh.
Yeah.
Now there's an idea. There's an idea. Richard's just said the SPTV pantomime comes to Littleport in 2024. We've got the stage. We've got a script. I'll explain when I say after everyone else. There's an idea. There is an idea. Richard, you might have started something.
Well, we've got 2 characters at the moment, so
yes,
let's see what the others are going to be.
So, Tony, who would you be?
I'm looking forward to this one.
Well, as Fairy Godmother's already gone, thank you, Neil. I think I'd have to be maybe the Ugly Sister, because I think to bring that joy and that humour and that fun to people, because it would be a chance for me to let my hair down and really sparkle and camp it up a little bit, you know, because I hardly ever get a chance to camp things up.
Shame.
Can you imagine if I did go over the top?
Oh, God. Oh, dear. I don't know. So right. So we've got an ugly sister. We've got the villainess, and we've got the fairy godmother. So, Ashley.
Well, I think we all wanted to be the fairy godmother, but Neil got in there first. Because I think the fairy godmother has, apart from always speaking in rhyme, which is weird because I'm rubbish at remembering lines like that. But I think I would probably be somebody like Buttons, because actually, like the comical sidekick. Yeah. I think they, especially the kids, just love it, don't they? When they're doing the silly slapstick stuff. I think that would be a real challenge as well. So yeah, when is this happening? Yeah, people buy tickets.
It can happen. It really, really can happen. Well, Richard has just suggested me for Princess, and I've got to say, I want to hear what Karen has to say first before I make my comment. What would you be?
What would I be? Well, I would probably be, again, I think we all wanted to be the fairy godmother, but I probably would be the heroine. I'm too old to be the heroine, so I think I'll be the heroine's mother, the one that fusses about and looks after everybody and wants to cook and look after everybody and sort of like worries a bit and that sort of thing. I think I'd probably be the heroine's mother, or the I don't know. So that's probably what I would be.
Bless you. Luke Gashard has just said any room for the Christmas Grinch. It could be written in. I've got to say, I've written a few Christmas shows, and I was in the local amateur dramatic group, and I too played Abanazar. It was such fun. You're absolutely right. There is such a depth. Now, I played Abanazar when I was 15. I'm 45 now, and I can still remember all of my lines. Sorry, Ashley, because they were in rhyme. Because it was all in what we call panto rhyme. It's still in my head. But over the years, I played because I was originally cast as the genie, but they made me into the evil old man. I've played the king in Cinderella. I've done Buttons, quite a few different characters, but the one that I never got to do, which I would dearly love to do, which kind of ties in with what everybody wanted. I've got to say, my friends, as the song says, there ain't nothing like a dame. There ain't nothing like a dame. And I always wanted to play the dame, but the producer of the show would always take the role of the dame. But you know what? Sam B, bippity boppity boo. We could do a Christmas pantomime.
Let's do it.
Well, if there wasn't a part for the worrying mother, I could always play the pantomime horse, because I seem to like animal
After all of our experiences and what goes on, we could write our own pantomime.
We couldn't
Yeah,
we?
let's do it.
Big organizations do like doing this idea of alternate realities and multiverses. You could have the panto multiverse where all of the fairy godmothers and dames meet.
Yes.
That would
Wouldn't
be
that be
amazing.
fabulous?
Nice.
That would be amazing.
So, the narrator could be Jake or Richard, because he could sit in a little box that looks like a book with a microphone in it, so he wouldn't be seen, as he likes to be, discreet. Yes. So he could be the narrator. Richard, what would you? I think there'll be. If I tell you what, I'm serious. I will investigate on whether the hall is available, and if people are interested, who obviously, we'd have to rehearse online and do stuff like that. But one of the best things about pantomime, and correct me if I'm wrong, is when it goes wrong. So who cares?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Full-time memory.
Karen, what have you done with these questions?
Have I started something?
What have you done?
Yes, Karen, it's all your fault, love.
Actually, Chrissy Wheatley's just said we were talking about this in March.
Yes.
Oh.
It was brought up in March.
We were. You're right. Yes. Nick and Tony have been discussing the SPTV panto since March, and who suggested it? Me. Oh, well.
Chrissy.
Well, there you go. And I didn't have any idea of that. So,
one of my all-time favourite moments in panto was when the dame forgot that they were supposed to be on stage singing with Cinderella. I was playing the king. The dame was the nanny of Cinderella. The dame had forgotten that she was supposed to be out on stage singing a duet with Cinderella, but had decided to go and take a wig off and have a pipe out song. It's one of the most memorable bits. So if we follow a script, but we could rehearse a little bit on Skype, Zoom, and then we could maybe sell tickets for charity.
That'd be great.
Yeah, love that. Yes.
Their time.
Oh gosh.
Well, we have really been at it all morning, so to speak. So
chatting.
Now whose mind's going in the gutter zone? Let's take a quick break for us and a chance for you to catch up on what's coming up for you in the coming week. She was here last week in person. Now she's back online with her weekly update. It's time for Kate May. So what time is it, Karen?
It's Christmas time and it's Roland Richard.
Hello everybody, my name is Kate May, Modern Day Mystic. Welcome to your week ahead tarot readings for the week of the 16th, is it? Something like that. I'm not even sure, but I know it's Christmas, right? I know Christmas is right around the corner. So let's have a look at this week before Christmas tarot readings for the energy for each of your star signs. First off, we have Aries. The sun. This is a week of fun. This is a week of vibrant energy. This is where I want to say yes to things for you. This week, Aries, it's very much in spending time with family, spending time with friends, letting your hair down, enjoying things, playful energy, connecting to your inner child. It's a successful card and says yes. So it should be a fabulous week for you, Aries, no matter what you do, but particularly around family and branching out to have fun. Look at all the rays on the sun there. You're just going to have a fabulous week, Aries. Taurus could be battling a little bit this week, Taurus. This card says that everyone's talking and no one's really listening. And it could be your mindset, Taurus, your head at the moment, where you've just got so much going on this week. So expect to have a little bit of clashing going on there, perhaps with others or perhaps in your mind, Taurus, but at the same time step back. This card said, you know what, we need to step back and just let everybody calm down a little bit here. So by stepping back from a situation, Taurus, you're going to be able to deal with it in a much more easier manner. It is only a minor card, so don't get too stressed. Gemini, success and victory is coming in for you this week, Gemini. Fabulous week where you're going to see reaching your milestones. Good news is coming and you're off to a flying start, ready for the new year here. This week sees things tying up, so you'll be able to reach a good milestone and then chill for a little bit while you enjoy that glory, especially around others. Cancer, quiet week, a week to contemplate. I mean, it's not really a quiet week, but it's a quiet week for you to contemplate, to calm down, and to perhaps do meditations or go within, Cancer. This week we need to perhaps think about what you want to do going forward for next year. So taking some time out to be within and soul self-reflect there, soul searching, it's going to give you the opportunity to get the key to open up what you want for the new year. Okay, Leo, sneaky card. Are you being sneaky, Leo, or is somebody being sneaky around you? Just watch your back a little bit this week, Leos. This card indicates somebody's doing something perhaps they shouldn't. Maybe they're cutting a corner. Maybe it's you cutting a corner. And actually, it would be better if you went the long way around. Someone could be being caught. Maybe it's you seeing somebody do something they shouldn't be. What are you going to do with that? This card asks you to think smart. We have the moon in Aquarius. So emotionally, we could be torn and maybe temptation there. But think smart. You know what's right and what's not, Leo. Virgo, money, business, great opportunities here. Everything's coming good for you this week, Virgo. You're feeling secure, in control of things. If you've got any business ideas, Virgo, it's win-win-win. You could find that you're connected to somebody self-employed this week, where together you're thinking about ideas here. Virgo, this is about getting organised, particularly on material things for you. Libra, a big wake-up call. You're having that penny dropping moment this week, Libra. You're seeing the bigger picture, Libra, and you're able to wake yourself up. A big choice and big decision is happening this week, Libra, allowing you to move forward. Scorpio, new ideas are coming in for you, Scorpio. Go for it. You feel electric. You might feel passionate about things. You may find that out of the blue, all of a sudden, something really sparks your fire. Great week, Scorpio, to go for it, okay? Expect new opportunities. Sagittarius, you're taking your ideas forward, you're moving mountains, and you're in a good position where you can commit to the next level now, where you're ready to reach these milestones and you can see things clearer. Planning and preparation is going to be really important for you this week, Sagittarius, so that you can go that extra mile in your journey, in your visions. Your visions are coming good. Capricorn, the 10 of Pentacles, great news around family, great news around, we've got Christmas around the corner, generations of people coming together, there is security news around you, and good news, Capricorn, anything to do with money and families and home, it's all coming together for you. Should end the year on a bit of a high there. Aquarius, busy week, lots of responsibility on your shoulders, Aquarius. You might find that you are taking on too much, so try and delegate or be careful that you don't put too much pressure on your shoulders, but keep on going, Aquarius, keep on going, because you're almost there. In a minute you'll be able to put that weight down and enjoy yourself. The fun is just around the corner, Aquarius. And Pisces, Justice card indicates putting your money where your mouth is, so be accountable for your actions, but a good decision or a final decision and choice will be made this week, allowing you to move forward. Harmony brings balance around you. All right, Pisces, have a great week, everyone.
And we are back, of course.
We're back. Oh dear, I don't know. So within this hour, we've sorted out we're going to have a Christmas pantomime next year, which is amazing, just through something that was on the 2 Rev shows in March, and then I obviously picked up on it and decided to talk about pantomime. So that's wonderful.
Well done, Chrissy Wheatley.
Oh yes,
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we need to
Yes.
get Ashley on as part of a panel. Richard's just reminded me that we are looking at doing a new show on SPTV hosted by myself. We're going to do a roundtable discussion group,
Wow.
which I'm really excited about. I'm just trying to sort diaries and things out and ideas for guests, but really looking forward to that. Becoming
Okay.
part of the SPTV family.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, that's brilliant, Tony. That's brilliant. I'm really excited. Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be amazing. That'd be amazing.
Really,
Well, I'm
will.
sure you've got lots of people that would want to come and sit round the table and chat with you because you're lovely. Yeah, Ashley.
Ashley
Yes,
Oliver.
Ashley.
I would love to.
Listen,
I'm a super
I-
fan. You know that, Reverend Tony. Oh,
Yes. So Ashley, please come. Please come and be a
Yeah.
guest with Tony,
Yes.
because I'm sure he would love to have you. Absolutely,
Love that.
absolutely.
Oh,
so that'd be
what
great.
was that word just said in
That's
my
a
ear
good
then?
idea.
Yeah, I just heard a word in my ear then.
Oh, what was
co-host.
that?
Co-host.
would love to. Would love to. Let's just get the pantomime sorted. You know, it's a big
Yeah.
year for us.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. She comes on her spiritual day off, and now she's realised she's going to be doing a pantomime, and she's going to be possibly being a co-host as well. But they'll need guests.
You're
so
not
I'm
just rolling
sure,
with the punches. Just rolling with it.
That is the magic of
I'm sure Nicola and Neil would love to be guests as well. So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
as would I, as I love
Definitely.
as I love a discussion. So that
So
would be good.
I'm gonna along with all of my other writing projects that I've got to sort this one out. So everyone's got to keep on my back. You know who
Yes.
you are. I am going to write the SPTV Christmas panto.
Yes.
Oh no, you're not.
Oh,
you-
yes, you are.
He is.
I tell you what, being spiritualists and doing a panto is going to put the whole new meaning to the phrase. He's behind you.
I don't know. No, it's gonna be amazing. So that'd be brilliant. So are we up for some readings?
Absolutely.
Yes. With our, are we going to do what you said, Richard, with that lovely new screen of yours? Richard is busy. Absolutely. So Richard's been really, really busy and integrating into a screen a more wholesome and more visual way of demonstrating the oracle cards so that we can use them online. Of course, the oracle cards, as I've already said, for those that are joining late, they're done. They're at the printers being printed, ready to come back for approval. And then the Christmas elf himself, Richard, will be sitting in his living room in his tights, as he said earlier on, ready to stuff envelopes full of oracle cards to be sent out.
Festive packing. Festive packing.
Festive packing. Calm down, boys.
Oh dear.
Right, the reading, moving very swiftly on, very, very quickly. Pick a number between 1 and 78 because the whole deck is integrated. Pick a number between 1 and 78. And don't forget, you need to have shared to get a reading from us today. So pick a number between 1 and 78 and share it on screen. And then each in turn, those that are going to read will pick a number from our list. So there are 2 different numbers to be picked. This is important.
Mhm.
You pick a number of an oracle card. We pick a number of within the list. The number that we pick relates to you as an individual in that list that Richard has. The number that you pick relates to the oracle card that you are picking. And then we will take it in turns to give out readings.
We will.
Simples.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We go with the cards.
I'll go first. Everyone's like, I'm gonna go in first. Yeah. Right, in that case, I'll go for 7, please. Number 7, sent from heaven. Sam B, and number 11 has been picked by Sam B. So Sam B, please make sure you're still there, and don't forget to keep commenting throughout. I will be able to see your comments as part of the new visual display. You have picked number 11 of the SPTV Oracle deck, and that's now being loaded up. And whilst it's being loaded up, I will just start preparing myself to see what we're going to say, who's going to be saying it, and who's coming through for you. Now, number 11, of course, is the Hanged Man, which is self-sacrifice. And as soon as Richard said which card it was, I just heard this voice yell from it's behind me. Yell from behind me. How appropriate, because you are someone who is always prepared to put everyone else before you. And I know that that might sound a cliche, but it's true, because you are someone who's always busying around, beavering around, getting yourself sorted, but letting everyone else get that particular edge over you, because you will put everyone else before you. And here is the actual card itself, and it is a beautiful card, and it's very, very different. And this is what I love about the Oracle deck that Rich has made. This is once again very different, because normally you see that the Hanged Man card would be upside down, but here we can see that actually it's more like zip lining down from heaven. Thank you. There's somebody here with a sense of humor, I'm sure. But this particular individual on this image, from this image, is showing someone basically ziplining down from heaven. So once again, that reflects on you, what you're doing in your life, that you are zipping here and zipping there. And although you probably don't entirely think that the self-sacrifice that you make is too bad. Thank you. Very true. Thank you, Donny, for replying. The point of it is that this isn't necessarily a good thing in the self-sacrifice situation, because you don't always believe that you're giving away more time than you should. It's obvious in the other forms of this particular card, because the hanging upside down is giving away some self-control. You still feel very much in control of the situation, and whilst that is brilliant, please be reminded that you could very easily lose yourself and lose that self-control if you're not careful and cautious. The one thing we know about a zip line is that there's got to be someone down at the bottom with a big old mat. And the point about the big old mat is that I'm being told someone, as I step away from the card and more into who's behind it, I'm being told that there is someone down here on the earth, on the physical world, who is that, catcher's mitt. There we go, a big old catcher's mitt for you. There is someone around you that's like that. The person that's coming forward from here, from behind me, is the catcher's mitt in heaven, the catcher's mitt that went before us, and the catcher's mitt that would always be the one that you relied on. This gentleman, as he steps forward, I do feel a fatherly feel with him. So it's either going to be a father or a grandfather or a man that would have fulfilled the role of a fatherly figure. I'm always reminded at this time that feeling, that emotional connection of that fatherly role doesn't have to be blood. Sometimes those outside of a physical family are very much more family, sometimes, depending on that emotional connection. But I do feel this very fatherly connection with this gentleman, and he has got such a naughty sense of humor, because he was the one who suggested that the chain in the picture is a zip line, and he was the one who suggested the big old catcher's mitt. So I do know that he liked to uplift you with humor as much as wise words. And going back to the catcher's mitt, there's this boxing analogy in here. So So I don't know whether there's something to do with boxing or that kind of sporting activity, or whether he's just being clever, because he says where you had these verbal sparring points where he would be the catcher's mitt, he would look after you and help you out, but also on the flip side of that, he was the one with the wise words, and he would give you all of this humor, he would give you all of this uplift, but then he would come in with the emotional, philosophical, as he says, right hook to win the round. And it's all about his need and want and desire to uplift you. With this gentleman, I am feeling it sounds like your father-in-law. Of course, as we always say, there is no in-law in spirit. It is about that emotional connection. Thank you, Sam. This gentleman with his verbal sparring matches and his humor and his wanting to bring you up and lift you up and remind you that there is thank you. There is someone down here who wants to be that catcher's mitt, who is, now here comes his humor again, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, a little bit like me, wanting to be that catcher's mitt. He would be great in panto, because I keep doing all of the asides and the you know, really, really obvious. And sometimes you have to make it obvious to those around you that you are open to them being the catcher's mitt. He thinks you are delightful. He thinks that you are amazing with how you help everyone, but don't forget rule number one: you've got to look after yourself before you look after everyone, because if your worry tank is full, how are you expected to anyone else take on from their worry tank? This gentleman with these chest pains, he is kind of brushing it aside. So father-in-law would have been the kind of gentleman who didn't speak to, he was a bit like you in actual fact, because he wouldn't speak about his own burdens and needs. He would keep it, you know, a little bit, you know, I'll worry about everyone else. So the point is, and here comes that philosophical sucker punch. The point is, I know the need, I know the desire, I know the want, and I know the drive, but I also know the cost of not putting myself first. So please, please let those around you be as kind as you are. He wants me to, thank you. He wants me to, he says it's Christmas, so we better give a Christmas flower. And he's reminding me that poinsettias are, spent a lot of time with him in a great relation. I can feel it, because as he comes through, he says, I better give you a Christmas flower. And he's just coming out with a poinsettia, and he's reminding me the need of a poinsettia is a great deal of care and attention. Keep it wrapped up and keep it warm. Don't let it get too hot. It's all about making sure that you are well looked after and in the right conditions, because a poinsettia is gentle but bold. This describes you, and that poinsettia needs to keep out of the draft. And he's laughing about that. So I don't know whether you've either got the chills. I know you've got the goosebumps. I feel this is different. I don't know whether you've got the chills at the moment, or whether there's a draft going on, or whether there's a window need fixing. But there's something about, you know, keeping out of the draft. And he's just wanting to bring this poinsettia, because the most important thing of all, it is a velvety star of love. And that is what you are to all of those up there watching. So I'll say bless you and thank you very much. Be safe, and God bless from him. Yes. Now, Richard's just apologized for giving you the wrong card, Sam, because you've got 7. There's no mistakes in spirit. There are no mistakes. This was exactly, and I'll bet you if Sam, if you're still listening and prepared to comment, he would like to, you know, do things his own way. And if you ask for number 11 and he wanted to give you 7, that's exactly what he would do. So Richard always jokes about not being psychic. Not at all. His hand was manipulated by father. So the numbers, again, just to explain, you pick a number between 1 and 78 at home. That relates to the oracle card. The oracle card that you are picking. We then pick a number which relates to you as an individual on Richard's list. As all of your comments come into his software from all of the various different streams, it comes in a numbered list. So he will see whether your Facebook, YouTube, website, whatever. We pick a number related to where you are sitting on that list. At that given moment, we pick the number. Your number relates to the card that is then brought up on screen that we will read from, unless Spirit decide otherwise, just like this time. So there we are.
Absolutely, that was beautiful. That was beautiful, Nick. And isn't it funny? It's about the need, not the want, and that was definitely needed. So yes, yeah, okay. So that's wonderful. Okay, I'll go next. I'm going to pick the numbers of the list. Of all you lovely people out there, number 18, please. Okay.
It's moved.
All right, it's moved, and the list moves as well. So number 18. Lovely. Okay. Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you pick again, and Maddie, and I suggest, why don't you pick something from the life pack? What's the life pack, Richard? Where do the numbers start? I just feel at this moment that you need, and it's about the need, Maddie, pick from 36 to 74 for me, please. That would be wonderful.
And as Karen said, that is the life pack, and it
The
really
life pack
is.
Yeah.
It's not only uplifting; it's also helpful.
Yes, yeah. And I think that she could do with that. So that's what I'm feeling as I'm sitting here from her. So if you can pick 36 to 74. I also feel, before you do that, Maddie, I'm going to get Spirit Communicator first. So okay, so we'll go with 50. That'd be great. But I do feel that there is a gentleman here, and I do feel it's father. So if you can just let me know in a minute. Lovely. Oh, I like that one. So if that'll come up on the screen in a minute. Okay. So I just feel, Maddie, if you can let me know if your father is in the spirit world, because I do have a gentleman here. And that's a beautiful card. That is really beautiful. The guardians of animals. And I just feel that before I just touch on the card, I'm doing it a little bit back to front today, but I just feel that this gentleman is here and he just wants to give some support to you. And I feel that he was a very calm man. And I also feel that he had issues with his chest. And I feel that he had some heart problems as well and some breathing issues, but he would smile through it. He would sort of say, I'm fine, everything's okay. And I know that you said uncle, but I do feel that he must have been had an important role to play in your life. I feel that he was a bit like an anchor in your life, if you can understand that. And I'm just going to move, change to work on the psychic level here with this card, because the guardians of animals, I just feel that you need somebody to look after you at the moment, or you need to find that strength within you. And I do feel that, sometimes when you're feeling a little bit down, or you're feeling not great, I just feel that you either talk to an animal or you have a connection with animals. And I feel there's loyalty that you need in your life, because animals, well, in my experience, the animals give you a lot of loyalty. So I do feel that the word loyalty is very strong around you. And also I feel that the trust there as well. So you're not sure about the heart, but he was very close. Okay, I'll go back to that in a minute, because I could have misinterpreted that. But I'm just going to touch on the card, because I just feel here that you just need to just allow yourself to heal. You need to start believing in yourself again, because there are people that care. There are people that show love. And I know that there may have been some hurt or some pain in your life before, but sometimes we have to sort of let go of that. And we have to allow new things, new opportunities, and new people to come into your life. And I think you've got to sort of open the door. It's like you've got the door ajar, but you sort of like you're not sure about going through that door or opening it a bit wider. And I can understand when we've been hurt, that does take some time, but just gently, just allow yourself not to stay behind that door, and to open that door and to go out and to see that there are new things, new adventures for you. And this guardian of animals, you know, animals, they give such a beauty and they give such a love. And I feel you have a lot of love to give. You have, there are some loyal people out there, Maddie. Honestly, you have to surround yourself with the right people, and just allow yourself to heal. And just allow yourself to heal. And the animal love that we have from those wonderful angels of light, because I believe that when the animals draw close, and they just love that angel, they surround us with that unconditional love, and they do bring a lot of healing. And I do feel that you do need some healing at this time. But I just want to also, this gentleman is here, this gentleman, and he's giving you a lot of strength. And I do feel that you used to talk to him when he was here, your uncle. I feel that you used to talk to him. And I also feel that he was, in a way, a little bit like he might not have been your father, but I feel that it was like fatherly advice or fatherly support that he gave you. And I just think that you've just got to find that strength within, and just see if you can just gently move forward in your life, because I feel that there are people out there that can help you. And your uncle's just making me aware that there is somebody here. There's a friend or somebody that you can talk to, and he wants you to do that. And of course, I also feel that perhaps you maybe haven't been out. They are loyal. They really are loyal. And when you talk to an animal, sometimes it's like also talking to the spirit world. So when you talk to an animal, I feel the spirit world listen too. And they give you so much. They really do give you so much love. And your uncle is saying that he's been listening, and he has been trying to bring through that love for you. And I just want to touch on why I mentioned about the heart, because if it's not his heart, it's your heart that is breaking or is got some scars on it. But I know this sounds a little bit cliched, but just time can be a healer. And if you just, instead of staying sort of behind that door, just open that door out. And there are people that will show you that are trust and kind, because kindness is one of the nicest things that you can be. And there is that saying, what goes round comes around. So if we send that kindness and love out, it will come back to us. So I hope that helps you, and thank you for working with me. I know that was your word, wasn't it, Neil? Kindness. You that's your word at the moment, kindness.
Beautiful. Absolutely.
Should I go next?
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
1 to 40. 22, my age. Michelle. Oh, can't wait to see. Well, as Richard's loading, I know Michelle, I have a lady who's standing with me. The lady, as she's coming, giving her energy to me, I've got this really warm, kind energy that's coming through. She's such a lovely person. She's just, sorry, that was hubby's just come in the background. She just sat herself down in the chair under the window there, and she's just settled herself in. So as she's coming to me, she's making me want to, oh, that's a beautiful card. She's wanting to give me her strength to pass to you. So there's something around you now where you need that inner strength and that inner support. And she's just saying, we're here, we're giving you that energy. The lady, she's giving her energy to me, she's making me feel like towards the end of her life, she had to, and these are her words, swallow her pride and reach out for support. So whatever was going on in her life at that time, she needed the support of others and the help of others. And this is what she's bringing to you, that we are here and we are trying to help you. All right. She's, okay. From the card, I can see the fire behind, and the it's almost like it's pushing the angel forward. So I know that in your life right now, either you or somebody close to you needs that fire behind you to push you forward, to get you going, to get you out there, because it's like we're I can't even say it today, my teeth aren't in, procrastinating a lot, and it's like, oh, shoulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda, and she's saying, come on, let's go for it, because I'm also feeling a lot of change around you. So around you and your family, there's a lot going on and a lot of changes happening, which can be scary. They can be really frightening. But at that point, we can either retreat in or we can reach out. And that's what she's pushing for. She wants you to reach out, to open up, to look for the support of others that are around you right now, if this makes sense for you at all. All right, bless you. Close to you, Michelle, there must be somebody who is worrying about something, who's fretting about something, because all I can see is this shape with like dark clouds around it. So I've got this sense of feeling like like I said earlier, you can either retreat in or reach out, and I feel somebody has retreated inwards and they just want to offer that support and that light. Again, the fire from behind the angels glowing brightly for me. So I know that spirit world are shining their light out to whoever this is, and trying to light the way for them back to the path. Because sometimes when your mental health isn't good, or you're feeling down and worried and inside your own head, you get lost and you feel like you're alone and not sure of yourself, and they're trying to shine that light to guide this person back. I hope that makes sense to you. I do feel I need to acknowledge there are four around a family that this oh, bless you. I'm so sorry, Michelle. It's so painful, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, that's dreadful. Well, just know that he is with family in spirit, and that the support is obviously, that's why they're here, and they're giving you this support is for this loss. Okay. They're not giving me anything of the circumstances of your loss, my darling, but they're just saying they are here and they are offering all the light they can to draw you back. Okay. I need to acknowledge, I can see 23, but I can't see it on the calendar, so I'm not sure if they're acknowledging the 23rd of a month, darling, or if 23 means something around you, but that's the number they brought to me. And I know I need to be giving you the month of April as being significant as well, my darling. All right. I need to... Karen just gave the guardian of animals to somebody, but I need to give you the love and support of animals, because animals are fiercely loyal and fiercely protective. And I feel that's what the spirit world are trying to give to you at the moment as well. And I have got a dog that's just come in and sat with me. It's a medium-sized dog, sort of Labrador type size. I can't see a breed. I just know it's brushing against my leg at that sort of height. And again, dogs are coming in with fierce loyalty and protection around you as well. All right. My jumper's been pulled on, sweetheart, so somewhere there must be clothing left. I don't know if it's your son's top or where the clothes are, but they're talking about the clothes, and they're talking about like memory bear or cushion or something that you can hug. I don't know if that's what you've talked about or that's something they're trying to inspire, but they're just saying, give it a cuddle and they'll cuddle you back. All right. As they are pulling back from me a little bit, I've got to bring, this lady's given me a really huge Christmas cake. So she would have made cakes or iced cakes or something. But St. Bernards, funnily enough, we've just been dealing with a litter of St. Bernard puppies in our family. They are beautiful dogs, but they are huge. But she's bringing you this cake for sweetness and for the upliftment, and to bring the. I know it's going to be a hard Christmas for you, and you have the deepest sympathy for the whole of SPTV and everybody watching. I know you do, but just hold on to that joy we were talking about earlier of Christmas, that celebration of life, of rebirth and renewal. And I will leave all the love with you, my darling, and I will put you down on my prayer list for tonight. I'm so sorry for your loss. I can't imagine. I really can't. God bless you. Oh, you must give them a hug then, darling, because I know they're feeling the love and the hug that you are giving them. Okay. Bless you, sweetheart. I feel really emotional now.
That he's okay with his clothes being turned into pillows.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Brilliant. Look, Michelle, I can only reiterate what Tony has just said from all of us at SPTV. You're going to be in a lot of prayers tonight, trust me.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Really
definitely.
Yeah. Well done, Tony, mate. Bless you.
That was lovely, Tony. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
3 down. Who's next?
Who wants to go
Going next?
Well done, Ashley. Woo!
I'm going to pick number 31, please. Oh, you'll need just a moment. Yeah, it's lovely. Oh, okay.
Okay, that's nice and easy, boy.
And can I just say, I've not seen these cards before. Well, I've seen them before, but not kind of in detail like this. But aren't they just the most inspiring cards to read? Because I don't know if anyone else is an intuitive reader. So if you're an intuitive reader and you've got colours and images to read into, they're just an absolute joy.
Yes.
Absolutely beautiful.
I'm an intuitive reader.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting, because I know the theory of like the tarot and the numbers and all the symbolism behind it, but sometimes it's just what spirit directs you to look at in the card, isn't it, which is more important at the time. Yeah. Oh, Wheel of Fortune for Amanda. So again, look at the image on that. Absolutely beautiful. What I'm really drawn to this, Amanda, is that you have been through the mill this year. I'm just going to put that out there. I don't know quite what has been going on, but I'm really uplifted by the fact that this glorious angel, she looks to me like she's looking over her shoulder to kind of look forward. And again, I appreciate Reverend Nick. I'm probably looking the wrong way round, but to me, she's looking forward. To me, it looks like she's looking to what's to come. Whenever I see angels, I always know that this is about prayers being answered. And funnily enough, angels are a lot around the kind of the nativity time at the moment. And whenever angels appear, it's because there is a presence of some absolute guiding force, guiding light in the world that has come to kind of be around you. So the beautiful gold of the wind. Gold to me, again, intuitively, gold to me is about that connection directly from the spirit world. It's the highest vibration of healing that you could possibly get. So this is telling me this is divine healing that's coming and flowing around you. Oh, Amanda, I'm so sorry for that. Okay. This definitely feels like the angels. I'm just going to keep reiterating, the angels are around you. The thing about the Wheel of Fortune is it also allows us to appreciate what is to come, to know that nothing ever stays the same. Nothing ever stays the same. The wheel just keeps moving round. So what I would say to you is this is that infinity symbol, that symbol of the circle that has no beginning and no end. I know it's your partner, but the infinity symbol is why wedding rings are gold bands, because it's that gold color, it's that divine blessing, and it's also that eternity symbol that it never ends. There's no beginning and no end. So what I would say about this beautiful angel that's come for you in the Wheel of Fortune is that you are supported and guided. There are lots of people around you. There are lots of people who will help you to reflect meaningfully on the time that you shared with your partner, but also will help you and surround you to look forward and to start thinking about how am I going to be over Christmas? How am I going to be into the new year? Where am I in my own spiritual practice that keeps me feeling connected? With the Wheel of Fortune, one thing that doesn't appear on here in any way, but is kind of water. So I would I can't recommend or tell you what to do, but I know that water really helps me. Water really helps me to be in that, having a space to be able to just release my emotions, to just go with the flow, to be around people who are going to hold that. I know I've used the word container, but being around a safe pair of hands that can hold you as you're going through the process of releasing your emotion. A really, really challenging time. I can't even imagine. And I know that you have an awful lot of support around you from the spirit world. You wouldn't have chosen such a profound card as that. The number 3 to me is also about the period just before stability. So number 4 for me is a stability number. Number 3 is the period just before stability, and number 3 is about having trust that you've got a strong foundation, you've got a strong support network. Brilliant. You're going to be with his parents at Christmas. I think that it might feel that is going to be a tricky time, but I think it's probably a really good place for you to be at Christmas, because there's that ability to be able to lean on other people who knew him, know him, love him, and to be able to gently kind of unpack some of your memories and how you're doing at the time. So absolutely beautiful card. Please know, I know Reverend Tony said it beautifully, but you are always going to have that bond of love. It never, ever dies. We all know that. We wouldn't be doing this if we didn't absolutely rock solid know that bond of love never, ever breaks. And will always be around you. Thank you, Amanda, for choosing a card. I hope that was helpful. I hope that brought you some comfort, and certainly listening to all of the beautiful messages to hear this afternoon will give you some grounding in your faith that life is eternal. I did notice on the card that there's also some feathers there, and I know that a lot of people talk about feathers being meaningful signs from spirit. Just before I kind of started speaking to you, I was aware of also a really, really maternal energy that was around you, that came in with an awful lot of coldness around my legs, my ankles. So I'm not aware of her energy at the moment, but it was a very, very strong feeling of a physical, palpable presence of the spirit world around you. So that would be one thing to watch for. Yeah. I was there. Oh my goodness. There is water there on the card. Oh, it was just off my screen, but yeah, I was very, very conscious of that feeling of like being held and being in a container. So yeah, thank you. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you so much for coming and being with us. Thank you.
Absolutely. And you know, there are so many different phrases and sayings that people use about grief. I'm a great believer that we are luckier for having them in our lives, even though it doesn't feel like it right now. And I'm not going to give you one of these platitudes that it gets better, because it doesn't. But you get stronger.
Yes.
You get stronger. And please, Ashley said absolutely something that I'm 100,000,000% behind. The memories of joy, the memories of fun, they are strong enough to overtake the pain. So think about the fun, think about the laughter, think about the joy that you experienced, and I know that will at least help. It's not a cure,
no,
but it is one of the strongest medicines for what ails you, is humor and upliftment and laughter. So completely, as Ashley said, on behalf of us all, you also are going to be in a lot of prayers tonight.
Absolutely. Yeah. Definitely.
Can I just say the last comment that was up on the screen? He's going to be with his they need to be. So as much as he's with his parents, he'll also be standing right beside you, my darling.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood that. I'm sorry, Amanda. I thought you said that you were going to be staying with his parents. I do apologise.
No, she is, but the last comment was he'll be with his parents, not me, but he'll be where he needs to be.
Yeah.
Time and space mean nothing.
No.
Time and space, that's the whole premise of healing and prayer, isn't it? That actually, it's bigger and beyond. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, for example, my dad's ashes are always within the cupboard next to Mum, but it doesn't stop him coming and visiting me and winding me up and causing me mischief and telling me off.
Yes.
So he will be where he wants to be.
Absolutely.
And I know that will be by your side.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
I'm up
Do
for
that.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. We will surprise you all with that one later on. That's our final. That's our Christmas surprise for you for a VIP. So VIPs, just be ready, because there's a Christmas surprise coming. Might be a bit of a Christmas shock. But in the meantime, who's next?
I'll go. Nick, did you want to go, Nicola?
Oh,
Nicola?
Now.
Go on, ladies first.
Good job, people at home.
Yeah.
Bless you. Thank you very much indeed. So what number what number range do I have to pick from? 28, please. Oh,
Just
okay. Okay, fair enough. 14, please.
Now,
Making you do maths today.
I know.
So we're just getting that one up for Nick.
Poor Richard. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, that's lovely.
Okay, thank you.
His birthday card is going to be enjoyable. That's what I've just been told. In so many different ways.
Yes, there's another aspect to these cards. They are very, very nice to look at.
Yeah. Pleasing on the eye.
Absolutely.
Oh, bless you, Dawny. Dawny, thank you very much for being here today with us, Dawny. And I feel that I have got gloves on because I'm cold, but I do feel the need to take them off for working with you, Dawny. And the card strength, I mean, look at that. How magnificent is that? And as I connect with you, Dawny, working psychically to begin with, I know that this is something that strength is something that you need in abundance right now, but I do feel as well that this is something that you have received in abundance too. And I feel especially over the last 3 months, this has been a time within your life where you faced a lot of upheaval and a lot of challenges within your own life. And happy birthday as well. Happy birthday, Dawny Taylor. So, and I know that work, as I turn my attention to the spirit world within our connection, I know that there is a gentleman here with me, and I know that I want to say either dad or a gentleman that would have fathered you and guided you and given you the love that you so richly deserved, but also needed as well in varying points within your life. And one of the things is he drew so close to me, he made me aware that he had very, very bushy eyebrows. And that was the first thing that I was aware of with him. And I know that there is a memory of his eyebrows being cut very short, and a lot of jokes in the fact that they were almost non-existent at that point and very bristly, gone from very long to very bristly. So I know that this gentleman, there is a good sense of humour there with him. And I want to say a very mischievous personality with him as well. And he's taking me to his digestive system, and I know there would have been complications there. Oh, bless your sweetheart, your dad, Dawny. He did have bushy eyebrows. That was the first thing. It was the most prominent thing within his on his face that he wanted me to see. But he's now bringing my awareness to his eyes, and such a twinkle of mischief, I have to say, Dawny, with his personality. And I feel I want to say he was a joker, not just verbally, but also with his antics, is what I want to say, his antics. And he's making, and I'm also aware that there is a lady with him that steps forward, but I feel her energy is much more nervous within her personality. And I know that this lady would have been the one to hang back and would have been a little shyer to speak up, because I know that your lovely dad would have controlled the room, but not in any. I know that when I say controlled, I know that he would have, with his humour and his voice, because I know I want to boom with his voice. Thank you for, oh bless you, he was very funny, a joker. Thank you very much indeed, Dawny. But I know that there's also a strength with him as well, and I know that that is the card that you've chosen today, strength. And he is coming with you for strength. And he has been with you, giving you his strength, because I know that he was your backbone and the person that you would have gone to, as he would have given you a big hug. And I feel that it's almost like you would sink into him. When he hugged you, you would sink in to his immense, not only personality and the love that he has, but I want to say his physical form as well. It's like he would disappear into the love that he held within his body. And he's coming to you, as I say, you've chosen this card, but the strength as well. And I know that as I look at this card, it's incredibly beautiful, but the armor that he's bringing my attention to, the focus of the armor, and that is what he's wrapping you up with at the moment to repel any external influences that are affecting, that are causing you anguish or upset right now. He is being your armor. Yes, his voice was loud. Thank you, Dawny. And he is being your armor. He is being your rock. And he knows that you talk to him and you laugh. There's something about either a whoopee cushion or a joke that has been found under a cushion on a chair recently, and it has caused laughter. It's like someone's taken the cushions off to do a real blitz before Christmas, because we do like a nice spick and span home leading up to this time of year, don't we? He's showing me that a cushion has been lifted and there's been either a joke or I'm seeing a whoopee cushion, so I have to go with that, whether it's literal or symbolic. But it's caused that memory, that's caused that thought and that laughter, but also a few tears as well, but tears at the memory. Thank God, bless you, do talk to him. And he hears you. He hears you. And this is one of his ways that he lets you know that he is still there. And I know that he was a big lover of Christmas, and especially Christmas crackers. He's showing me a little plastic frog that he would have had in a Christmas cracker, or he seen it since he's been in the higher life. That one of the little frogs that you little tab at the end where you just push it and it makes a frog hop across the table. Well, he's showing me this, and he, as a reminder that he is with you and he will be with you during this very special time of the year. And I know that there is a significance of an anniversary. Oh, bless you. He heard you today. He loved Christmas, and that he is with you. And I know that December is a very significant month, and I want to say on or around the 12th of December, but he's also taken me to February. But I feel the end of February almost leading into March as being a time when there are birthdays. The happy frog, bless you, thank you. He's taken me to the end of February, beginning of March, and I know that there's a cluster of birthdays around that time, and especially a 60th is what I am seeing. So I know that there is a significant time around there. And this has also taken me to the year 1996 as a lot of incredibly valuable, loving memories. And around Valentine's Day as well, and I know that's in February too. But I know there is another anniversary around February too, and I feel that I want to say an anniversary of a passing and a memory of that around that time. But he knows that, oh, your 60th next year, bless you, Dawny. Well, just consider with that, he's showing me that cake with pink, and he's showing me you love pink, because this cake is just pink. It's got pink flowers and icing, and goodness only knows what other frosting there is on there. And to let you know that he's there with you, and he knows this of you, and he knows that you send your thoughts out. And please take these words as comfort, hopefully, that you know he is with you. And thank you. And he knows that you smell his aftershave when he is with you as well. I love pink, bless you. And he knows that you smell his aftershave. And he's also showing me, bless him, that he knows that the aftershave has been kept. is what he's showing me. He loved a range of scents because he's showing me different bottles, and I know that Brute would have been a favourite because he's the first one that he directed to me. And I know I said earlier that my husband is the wind beneath my wings, and he's bringing my line of sight back to this beautiful card of strength and the armour that he is providing around you right now, but also that he knows that you saw him as the wind beneath your wings. And so these beautiful white wings on this card, please know that he is still giving you, bless you, you do smell his aftershave, love you. Know that he is still giving you flight within your life and helping you to, and yes, Brute, thank you, bless you. And know that he is helping you with your dreams that you have spoken to him about in your quiet times and written in your diaries and your journals. Know that he is with you and he has seen what you have written, and he is helping you to actualize that. And with that, I've just invited him, if what else he wants to say, just to close, just to tie our time together up. Okay, he's a very practical man, and he's inviting you just to release your foot off the accelerator so much. But I feel this is within your car rather than life, because he's just impressing upon me that sometimes you can be a little bit of a lead foot. If I can leave that with you, with my love and with your lovely dad's love, thank you. I'm being told off now. Thank you. Bless you.
That was lovely, and I'm sure Dawney will really appreciate that, especially as it's a birthday today.
What a birthday treat.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's so lovely. Okay, so
Right,
now we have Mr. Payne. Mr. Payne.
I've waited so patiently. What till the end? Anyway,
Drum roll, please.
What numbers were they, Richard? I will go for 27.
I was nice to you.
Okay.
Tony Coppins, you have been picked.
Yes.
Been picked.
All the way down in New Zealand, no less.
I know. I actually do know her, but I don't know everything about her because she's been in my circle a couple of times
Wow.
during lockdown. So, yes. Just waiting for the card. But I am going to start now because I do feel that I do have I have a spirit communication coming in here, and I have a lady with her, and you know. I've been listening to everyone's messages this morning, and they all seem to be really emotional here, because I think it is because of the Christmas period. And I believe that this lady that I've got is coming on an emotional level, and I feel it's mum. I got a feeling here there was a cancer condition with this lady as well, Tony. Oh, that card is lovely. I love that, the Hermit. But I feel that this lady here, she's quite a strong personality. She's quite a strong energy about her. So I feel that mum would like rule the rooster a little bit in the family, as I work with her. I don't know why here as well. I'm looking at the cards, and as I look at the card, I feel it's like you're sort of you've sort of started coming out a bit more now in your ways, okay? You started to shine a little bit more. You're started to speak out in this card, because the Hermit's usually someone that's in the background that likes to be sort of stalled away type thing. But I think you're like walking, you're coming out more now, okay? You're speaking out. That's what I want to say. You're speaking out how you're feeling, what you need to say, and speaking to the people that you need to tell as well. Mum didn't have cancer, but Dad did, if that helps. Okay, that's fine. But would you understand your mum being a strong, sort of the strong person in the family? I think probably out of your mum and dad, your mum definitely was the one that wore the trousers. That's what I want to say. I also get the name of Anne here as well, Tony. So I don't know if you can accept the name of Anne there, but I also feel Anne comes into my mind as I work with your mum. I'm not saying it's her name, but I thought it's connected. But I just feel here, I don't know why, but I feel there's healing here as well, Tony. I'm not sure if you need a lot healing or you're being received healing, but I do feel there's healing around you at the moment. I feel as if I need to give you some healing. And I do believe that the spirit world are actually giving the healing from the other side for you as well. So I do know that there's healing involved here for you as well. And I don't know why, but I want to talk about glasses here. I know we've got a couple of people wearing that. Well, everyone's wearing glasses, apart from me. But I got to bring a pair of glasses here. So there's some significance to glasses here. So I'm not sure if your mum wore glasses or whether there's something about glasses with you. But there's definitely some significance to a pair of glasses. But I do feel also September also seems to be important. Now, I don't often get many months, to be quite honest, but I do get, you're right. Yeah, I've also get September here being quite significant here as well, okay? So I feel as if there's a birthday, wedding, anniversary month in September, and I think that's very strong there as well. But I just feel here, so I'm going to wrap it up because I know Richard's going to speak in my ear, but I just feel here. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I've got 5 minutes left. That's fine. I don't know why here, but would you understand chocolate cake as well? Now, I'm a cake lover. I do love cakes. Karen will tell you that. I'm always eating cakes. But I've got to bring a chocolate cake here as well, please. So I don't know if there's a memory that someone would like their chocolate cake. Because I can, as I feel this cake, see this cake, I can really taste the chocolate in my mouth at this moment. So I just know that there's something about chocolate cake. And also, I just want to talk about as well, it's going back to Mum, because as I'm aware of Mum, she gets the tea set out now. So it's like an old-fashioned tea set here, you know, with the teacups, cups and saucers. And I think they've got a pattern in them as well on the saucer. And I want to bring the cake out with this as well, with the tea set. That's what I get with her. It's weird what they put into your mind when you're working sometimes. And also here, I also have got to bring the cat. Now, I'm not very, I know Nicola's got a cat, I've seen the cat, but I'm not a cat lover as much, so I'm allergic to them. But there is a ginger cat that comes in here as well. So I know that I've got to be bringing a memory of a ginger cat in the spirit world. And I thought this should connect somewhere here as well. And with that, I'm going to say, take your love of your mum. Know she's there, and just remember, this is the time. Like next year now, I feel a lot of people will be sort of speaking out a bit more and sticking up for rights for themselves. And I think people will be in a more spiritual light next year as well. Because I think spiritually, we're all going to be in a better place next year. So thank you.
That's lovely.
Beautiful.
Oh. So, are we going to do the round robin reading? Okay, that's
Everyone
fine.
got time? Everyone wants to stay?
Yes.
We're running over.
Well, it is Christmas. We're allowed.
Yeah.
And you've got all us lovely lot on, so
Yes. Why not? Why not?
Exactly.
Why not?
So we're going to do a round robin message for a VIP in the same format that we've just done. We're going to pick a number, they're going to pick a card, and we're going to work on that card, and we're each going to take it in turn to give some information on that card. And different, yes, Richard's quite excited because it sees six different interpretations of that particular card.
Yeah.
So, you know, there will, of course, I'm sure, be some overlap. But once again, as Ashley pointed out earlier, many of us here do work very intuitively with cards. And in particular, these cards
Yeah.
are so easy. And, you know, I fully recommend when I use cards in development, I always prefer to guide people down the path of intuitiveness, because it's so useful, and these cards are brilliant for that. So shall we go in the same order as we did previously?
Yeah.
So that means I get to pick a number, and I'm going to be nice and say 4. Oh, ow. Oh, someone's here already. Hello. Sarah Tink Weston, on YouTube, you have been, oh, we're deciding where you are. You know where you are. Apparently on so you have picked a card, and you are going to get a message from all of us. So Merry blooming Christmas.
Sarah.
Described as part of in actual fact, that lovely figure looks very serene, very, very relaxed, and very, very calm. Because the importance is that sometimes we have to be a little bit deceptive. Oh, right, okay. So tiny, can't see. The point is, with deception, there are different versions of it. There are those little white lies that we do to help people, but then there's also one that I find that's even worse than the obvious, and that's self-deception. And that is something we must always be very careful of. But she's looking really quite calm and relaxed and happy. So I've got to say, from me and from my perspective, this has got to be about a little white lie about helping people out. And we do often feel very, very bad when we tell these little white lies. Sarah, I'm here. Thank you. Oh, hey, Sarah. So yes, as far as I'm aware, what I'm being given from this card is very much that notification that when I'm linking in, I've got this little white lie, and this is coming from someone from the spirit world that would say it's okay to tell a little fib so long as it's for people's benefit. But nonetheless, you still would probably feel very guilty, is what I'm getting from this. But you've got to understand that if you're doing something, there's an old saying: doing the right thing for the wrong reason makes the right thing bad. But doing the wrong thing for the right reason does give it some strength of weight and kindness and compassion. And it shows that kindness and compassion that comes through. As this person steps forward, I had an absolute, oh, you get that. Thank the Lord for that, because I hadn't got a clue what I was going on about. But as I connect here, I know that there's this person. I don't know whether it's male or female, so I'm just going to say they. But I know this individual, as they step forward, who was talking about this and who would be of that personality. I keep going for my head because I feel a real pain in the side of my head. So I don't know whether that would have been a condition or whether that would have been an injury. But I have to give that. And it's like, just to tell you, please, please, please stop whittering and worrying, and be aware that doing the wrong thing for the right reason, so long as it's for the right reason, is a good thing. And there's this nurturing and comfort and compassion that's coming forward with this person. I'm also, I get the impression that it might have been an illness, because I do feel very nauseous as well as they come through, but they're just throwing it off. And now it makes sense. Thank you. They're throwing it all off and saying, of course, I don't have that anymore. It's of the physical. I'm not of the physical. I don't have these pains anymore. And no, this time I am not deceiving you with that, because I do feel that they would have been a little bit deceptive about hiding illnesses as well. So I give you that with the greatest of love and compassion. They will say, my heart is pounding, so I am still feeling something, and that is the emotional love towards you, Sarah. So I will say thank you, and now pass the baton on to the next person in the list, which of course is the delectable horned goddess herself, Karen.
Sorry, I didn't tell you how ill I was. But it wasn't to be deceptive. It was just to be kind and to not get you to worry. I feel that she just didn't want the fuss. She didn't want people to treat her differently. And I feel that there was just something that she didn't tell you, that there was something about that she didn't tell you how ill she was. Would you understand this to be a lady? Because I do feel it's a lady that didn't tell you about an illness. But I feel that the deception can, as Nick said, can be a sort of a funny sort of word, but it comes about sort of, I want to use it with you, Sarah, to do with a little bit of being wary. So it's like you're not the sort of person that sort of gushes everything straight at the moment. You don't tell somebody your life history when you meet them. You hold back, you keep things back. You just keep your reserve. There's a reservedness about you, I feel. And I feel that you're quite intuitive yourself, and you try to suss out situations before you give people, the whole shebang, your whole life history. But I do feel that this lady is here, and she said that she was exactly the same. She was a little bit reserved in her nature. She would only tell people things that she would sort of keep to herself. She would keep things to herself, and she would keep things quite close to her chest. She was very private. I want to say she was very private, and she wants you to use your intuition to do with a situation that's around you at the moment. Keep things a little bit closer to your chest. And I just feel that she just said, use your own intuition as to know how far that you can go with this. But the person, she's also saying from the world of spirit, she's sorry she didn't tell you how ill that she was. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you. And now moving over to, I believe it's is it Tony or Ashley? I lost Tony.
Tricky following these two, because I can't add that much more. I know I have somebody with me who is a very, and I will use the word, powerful energy. She's a very strong energy as she's coming in. And I know we're talking about deception, but I feel that either yourself, Sarah, or somebody really close to you is slightly deceiving themselves about a situation, because I feel like I need to take my glasses off and they've gone rose tinted. So I know somebody close to you is looking at a situation through rose tinted glasses, and what this lady's telling me is, come on, we need to take them off and just see things as they are. It's not a huge issue, I don't think, but it's just something that it's frustrating this lady in spirit to watch this happening. But she's right. I need to acknowledge for you as well, my darling, a passing in the last 3 to 5 years, because I've got this sense of a recent loss, a recent passing. And she's also telling me about the little ones with her in spirit. I don't know if these children didn't hit Earth plane or went shortly after Earth plane, but I know she's talking about the children with her in spirit. She's giving me little sherry glasses and just raising a cheers. So I know that she's saying they're going to be around at Christmas time, on Christmas Day, around the family, and they're just going to sort of be there celebrating among the family. Don't cook any extras because they don't eat much where they are. So you're fine. you're fine with that. She's the figure in the top right, as I'm looking at that, looks a little bit like a serpent. And I know people get a bit about snakes, but I adore them. I think they're lovely animals. But what she is saying about you is that you trimmed away a lot of the serpents out of your trees and things. You've got rid of a lot of that in the past, and now you're moving forward with it. And she's put my thumbs up for that. So I know she's saying she loves that you've done that. You've got rid of the negativity around you. I haven't really got much more, my darling, but I have got a little. I can see a wooden horse. A little rocking horse. I don't know if this is an ornament or if it was a rocking horse, but she's giving me memories of a rocking horse around you, Sarah, if you can appreciate that, please. And I will leave her love with you and say God bless, and I'll pass on to, I think it was Ashley.
You. I know you're a VIP, but I don't know whether you are developing your own mediumship, your own intuition. But I feel really, really strongly that the figure that I'm really drawn to, this puts me in mind of kind of Guan Yin, the Chinese goddess of compassion. I must just say, I'm loving the really strong divine feminine in all of this. It's like divine feminine. I'm all over it. This is feminine rising. I love following Tony because absolutely I was drawn to that serpent with the red eye, and serpents to me are such an ancient symbol of transformation. So you are going through a spiritual transformation. Oh, a big snake. Okay, so you are going through it, Sarah. You like chef's kiss. I love that. But you're going through it spiritually as well. It's got the fire that is coming from this serpent is absolutely rocking my world at the moment. The thing about Guan Yin is she is the goddess of compassion, but she's doing that because she's of a spiritual place that she can stand above, take that bird's eye view and kind of see people for who they are and understand they're doing the best they can, but that's the place they're at spiritually. You don't need to be there. You need to move on and transform. I'm loving also the fact that you have got so much strength. Look at the solar plexus energy, all of that going to your solar plexus. So you are building your own power. I love this card. It's really lovely. A fantastic card to have. But yeah, deception, shedding skin, getting rid of what no longer serves you in a physical sense, but also spiritually, really honing what it is that you want to do. And I really do feel like stepping into that power for next year is going to be a really, really important year for you to actually step into your spiritual power as well. Beautiful. And Rose's more divine feminine, more gorgeousness around her crown chakra. So yeah, you're fully supported by that feminine power. Love it. Go for it. Thank you, Sarah. Oh, I know. Come on, Mr. Oliver. I want these on my Christmas list. You've got a week. I know. We'll find out.
Thank you very much indeed, Nick, and Merry Christmas, Sarah, and thank you for all of your input and responses to everybody that's been before. And honestly, I don't even know, I'm unsure what more I'm going to say, to be absolutely honest, following all you lovelies here. But I do feel as well that, again, to build upon it, the serpent, the snake, what I want to say with this is there's a figure called an Ouroboros, which is a snake that eats its own tail, and it's just cyclical. And it's the thing with this, as this is being given to me, that you are coming to the end of a cycle and you're about to start on another exciting adventure within your own development, within your own renewal, your own birth, and like a phoenix rising from the flames. This is what I'm feeling is happening from you. You're hatching out of your egg now, and you said that looking into training to Reiki, and because you've been told you're a healer, girl power, bless you. I do feel that you are rising from the flames. And I know you mentioned earlier that you're X was a snake and that you're well rid of him. But within all of that, you have used all of these experiences and adventures within your life to stoke the power within your own solar plexus. I believe Ashley mentioned the solar plexus, but also within your own heart. And I'm being given the words that you've never given up on love. Even through all these experiences, you've never given up on love. And now with the deceptions that you've weathered, if I want of another turn of phrase, it's like everything flies off over the radar around you, and you pay no heed to the influences that are going on around you anymore. You just carry on with what you're doing, completely oblivious to anything else around you, and that is going to really light the fire beneath you to propel you for the exciting adventures that are to come. Oh, bless you, obsessed with Phoenix. Well, maybe take that as consider that as confirmation that you are on the right path as well. And I know that there is this lady in spirit very quickly that is, I want to say, has always fought your corner. Ever since you were a little girl, she's stood up for you and she has fought your corner, and she is helping you with the strength and fortitude to move forward in all your exciting adventures to come within this Ouroboros snake serpent energy of renewal and shedding your skin and doing what your soul is here to do. So thank you, and I'd like to hand over to our next glorious worker today.
It's where we've got rid of the husband. I felt it was to do with the trust thing as well. There was something to do with the trust element there, and the card now explains where you are now and girl power, like you said. But I feel as if you've really come into your way now and building your confidence. This is what this card is all about, really. It's about your confidence now. It's about you can get out there and really show who you are, and you've done it on your own without any other support, really. And I just feel really proud for you of doing what you're going to do now. I just feel it's going to be great. I just feel this excitement. Okay, so just enjoy it and just get out there. And also, I do feel, I know Ashley picked up on the healing and stuff like that. I got counselling as well. I'm not sure if that's another area that you would go into, but I feel counselling other people, doing a counselling course, level 1, level 2. So I definitely feel counselling is going to be part of your training here as well. So I'm going to leave that with you.
Says whenever we have a good one. I've got to repeat what Jane says. Boom. And Sarah, I've just got to say your last comment there about having no trust. All I can say, my friend, is remember that trust is earned, not given.
Yeah.
And you will have trust again, but when it's earned. So be a bit more gentle with yourself on that one. Absolutely. Because you've got every right to be untrusting, but just remember that trust is earned. So do at least allow people to earn it. Yeah. And as everyone else has said, the adventure starts here. Yeah. The adventure starts here. Wow, what a show. Thank you.
Can I just remind her, Nick, girl power. Girl power.
Girl power.
Anybody else out there that is going through it this year, that you're thinking about the year, you're coming into Christmas time, you know that 2024 is approaching. Don't think about all the things that somebody said this to me the other day. Don't think about all the things that have gone wrong. think the strength that you found to get through them, and all the things that you've achieved, and the person that you are now, because all those things that we go through makes us who we are, the good, the bad, and the indifferent. And I think we should feel proud of how we've gone through 2023, if you've had a bit of a tough time. So,
absolutely. And I will only add to that, one of the things we all experience difficulty and adversity and stress, but one of the things that I know absolutely helps is the real true theme for me of Christmas, and that's the coming together and the community. And SPTV has been a real community that I've always seen come together. This coming together of friends, both old and new, that have come through together on this particular show, is a representative, a symbolic, tiny macrocosmic symbol. Just right, you come and ask him.
Hold on, Mama Brown.
No, wait. Mama Brown was going to come and say hello, but she has said something which I will share in a minute. But yeah, that overwhelming sense of community that SPT has is absolutely the true meaning of Christmas. That coming together in compassion and supporting each other. So just as Karen said, be there for each other as much. And Mum has just reminded me that one thing about community is looking after each other.
Yes.
And so Mum has just told me that if Richard comes down for the panto, which of course he will, she will make sure he gets a beetroot salad.
Because we all know Richard.
Karen was about to explain the beetroot salad. Go on.
Richard loves the beetroot salad, and I wasn't there, but when they all went out for a meal, Richard didn't want a lot to eat, and he thought, I'll have a beetroot salad. So he was excited because he thought it was going to be rather larger than what he got. So he was looking there like Oliver, sort of like saying, please, can I have some more? And I think everybody gave him bits and pieces off their plate because they felt sorry for him only ordering a beetroot salad.
It was very small portioned. Even I thought it was a small portion. It doesn't really say much. But there we go. But there you go. So yeah, the long running joke of the beetroot salad. Mum has said she'll make one for you herself, Richard. So
I'm sure it will be bigger.
I'm certain it will. And of course, to all of our friends and family in the SPT, thank you all so much. And once again, we do focus on the positives, but we also do have to send out our healing and thoughts. For example, Kim Byrne has just said, please send healing to my cousin and his partner who passed at the weekend. Lawrence passed while watching a film and fell asleep, and his partner decided to join him. So we send healing just to the both of them, but to everyone affected as well, because that is what we are here for. We know that the Great Spirit and the world of spirit, our loved ones that have gone before us, they will do the looking after of those that go ahead of us.
Absolutely.
We must also take a responsibility to look after those that are left behind and in need of support. And so, then we've got the positives as well. Serendipity just said, serendipity has got to be my favorite handle on all of creation. Serendipity 589. Some of her upliftment this year has been due to TV, and that just shows what a family we are. So let's keep it going. Merry Christmas to all in Australia, New South Wales, from Pamela Watson. Merry Christmas to all of you too.
Can I just ask our guest as one final thing to give a positive word for 2024 for all of our SPT family, and then you can choose whatever word resonates with you. That can be your word, because I'm going to take what Nicola said about a word, because I think that's absolutely amazing. I'm very much a word lady. I love it. So Nicola, I hope you don't mind me nicking your thing, but I
absolutely.
think if we could share this, lots of positive words going around. So Nick, do you want to start us off?
Absolutely. And I will actually start off with my favourite handle. The word for 2024 should be serendipity.
I like that. Okay, Nicola, what word would you give to the family?
Adventure, whether that is adventure within our own selves, discovering and developing our gifts, adventure within the physical, whatever it is, but adventure.
Lovely. Neil.
Peace.
Yeah.
Definitely peace.
Yeah. Tony.
Hope.
That was well timed. Dorothy.
There you go. Absolutely.
Wow, yeah, I've seen it pop up.
Ashley.
So I've just pulled replenishment. However that lands, whether that's of the body and taking care of ourselves and tuning into the vessel, or whether that's replenishment of doing what you need to do spiritually in order to get back to yourself.
Yeah.
Replenishment.
I'm going to choose kindness. Be kind to each other, but also be kind to yourself as well. So, Richard, do you want a word?
The first word was get rich. It's time. Selfless. Absolutely. Quite right. So Richard's word, selflessness, because you got to look after yourself before you look after others too. So absolutely, but we also need to as well, and that is amazing.
Absolutely.
Thank you all so much for joining today. It has been a riot.
Yes, it has. We've now got a panto team. What have you let yourself in for?
Remember, I'm fairy godmother. No one else is going to be fairy godmother. Me, I've got that part.
Oh, gosh.
Fabulous.
Exactly. And look at you say, I think I just won't. I won't be around.
You'll be closer than many because you'll be in Lincolnshire, young lady.
Yes, I know I will. No,
and I'll drag you.
No, I'm going to do it. I'm just saying that Nicola and Ashley. No, I'm definitely up for it. I love a bit of panto and a bit
determination in the face.
Oh no, you don't.
Started something now. Oh yes, you know.
We've only got 12 months of this. Don't worry.
The sympathy levels for Richard are really.
Oh dear.
Apart from advertising.
Can I just thank Richard for all he does behind the scenes for not just us on the show, but all the hosts, because he does a lot of work behind the scenes, and he's such a compassionate, kind man, and he does a lot. So thank you, Richard, for all that you do on behalf of us all.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yes. So February is a big celebration because it will be SPTV's 5th birthday. Lots to look forward to that. What do you reckon? A 5 million.
Wow.
That's amazing. That's something to celebrate, isn't it?
Incredible.
Yeah.
So what do you reckon for the fifth celebration show? You know, fancy coming back for a round 2?
Yeah. All of
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, absolutely. Bring it on.
Brilliant. And
What day is the birthday, Richard?
It is Monday the 12th.
My birthday's the 2nd of February.
But the anniversary does fall on a Monday. I know there will be huge celebrations that day, and of course, it's going to be an all-day competition. So you know, it will be a joy to be a part of that as well.
Absolutely, it's going to be a mammoth day. isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So for all of us here today on the panel, thank you so very much
Yes,
for
thank you.
being
Thank you.
with us. To all of you at home, thank you. And on behalf of all of us who are in need of a toilet visit, it's time to say thank you.
But we will be back on the 1st of January, New Year's Day. So join us on the 1st of January when you're nursing your hangovers from the night before. Come and join us and say hello. And we're going to start the new year off with a bang. So come and join us on the 1st of January at 10:30. And thank you so much for being with us. It's been absolutely wonderful. So thank you.
And on a personal note, thank you to my newest TV missus, the lovely Karen Wood, who has kept me going on a Monday morning and kept me getting in trouble with Richard because we're both very naughty. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I can't wait to get through 2024 with you.
Absolutely. The feeling's mutual. I love working with you and I'm looking forward. And don't worry, I'm not going to run away. I'm here to stay. So thank you. Thank you.
God bless to all of you, from all of us here, to all of you out there. Have a wonderful day. God bless you. Goodbye.
Happy Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!